What's up everyone? My name is Morrissey, and if you're new to this channel, I love to encourage others to live with effortless ease. And today, I'd like to share some good news with you. Some great news. And that news is that no one cares. Nobody cares. And if you're finding yourself in this low vibrational state where your thoughts and your emotions, they're just not clicking, they're just not agreeing, your mind and your heart, they're not aligned, and you're in this low vibrational state, and you truly feel that no one cares, well, guess what? You are 100% free. You're free of expectations from others. You're free of concepts, ideas, beliefs, standards that must be met for you to fit in. You're free of all those things. If you truly believe that no one cares, this is your chance, your time to live life the way you want to live life. You know, when you sit back and you think about it, most people aren't really thinking about you. You know, it's a part of human nature, that egoic part of our mind, to be more consumed in how the world sees us. Other people are more concerned with how the world sees them, and they see the world through their own filter, and they see the world through their own thought system. And so when you find that someone else is judging, they're judging based off of their beliefs, their expectations, their rules. But if no one really cares, then who cares about their rules? Who cares about their beliefs? Who cares about their ideas? Because if those people cared about you, then they would allow you to express yourself freely. They would allow you to be exactly who you want to be. They would be more concerned about how you feel about yourself than what they think or feel about you. So if you think that no one cares, you're free. And this was something that I woke up today and I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. You know, I put out this intention and I was just like, I understood, I felt glimpses within my life. You know, as we awaken, we have these glimpses of this feeling, these moments of non-fear, non-suffering. And it's something that I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's complete presence. I'm completely present, alive. I'm being, not concerned at all about the future, not concerned at all about the past. I'm just here. And I tend to get glimpses of that every so often. And then sometimes I'll fall right back into this mind-identified state of being. I'm going back and forth. But the more and more I practice observing thought and meditating, it gets much better. But I recognize that there's this sense of freedom, this liberation, when you are no longer concerned with beliefs, no longer concerned with expectations, ideas, notions. You find that every solution you need is beyond thought, because the mind is at the root of every single one of our problems. And sometimes when I'm finding myself, I'm down and I'm trying to figure things out with my mind, it's only a loop, it's only a circle, because the mind is at the root of my problem. It's only those moments when I'm still, when I stop, when I'm no longer in this loop of compulsive thinking, that's when this feeling comes in, insight comes in. And that's what happened today. And I was like, no one cares. So I'm free. You know, I made this intention to feel what it's like to be no one, nobody. And I was like, yeah, let's see what that's like. And reality, life, that's what it gave me. And I was looking around and I was like, do people really care? We all get in those like little moments, those moments where we're like, we feel like no one cares about us. But you know, in reality, there are people who care, right? But it doesn't align with our expectations. It doesn't align with how we want them to be. So then we make this mistake and we begin to attempt to find a sense of love, approval, and affirmation from people and things outside of us. And that never creates a good habit. If anything, it pulls us out of alignment with our natural state of being. Because our natural state of being, in our natural state, we automatically feel that love. It's natural. The love, the approval, the appreciation. You don't even have to try. You wake up and you're like, I'm good. You wake up and you feel whole. You feel complete. You feel fulfilled and satisfied. You don't even have to try. It's natural. And so it's important to understand that there's people who care about us. But when you learn how to embrace yourself by pulling away from these concepts, these ideas, when you learn that it does not matter, it absolutely does not matter what others think. You have nothing to prove. You have no identity to protect. And when you embrace exactly who you are, you then influence others. If you're watching this video, you're probably going through your spiritual awakening process. So you have experienced what it means to feel like you're an outcast because you have expanded your mind. You are looking through life through a higher state of consciousness than others. So you're seeing things and you're saying things that sound foreign to others. So they might look at you weird. You might feel like you don't fit in. And maybe sometimes you may suppress that while you're around others and try to fit in. But in the end, it only makes you feel less of yourself. It only makes you feel as though you are not worthy. And so it's important to recognize that when you step out, you bring in space, you look back, and you don't just connect with this concept logically, but you feel it emotionally. For me, that's what I need, to feel these things emotionally in order for me to reprogram my own subconscious. So when you step back, you recognize that, you're no better. Doesn't mean you're any better because you have an expanded state of consciousness or your awareness is expanded. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you are more aware and there's others that are still asleep. In fact, many people who you bump into, many of your friends, many of your family, they too are still asleep. So you, the one who is awakening, it is part of your journey to understand how to accept that part in their life and also accept that there are moments where you must pull away. And not a way in which you don't care about them anymore, but stop trying to find a sense of approval in others who aren't as aware, whose state of consciousness is still identified with the mind. You see, the good news is that no one really cares. Most people are too wrapped up in their own mind, too wrapped up in the day-to-day, too wrapped up in trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to live the American dream, trying to keep up with the speed of how society wants everybody to be. But you're waking up and you realize the beauty in no one caring, to the beauty in being no one, no self, no body, and understanding that you don't have to play by anybody's rules but your own. It does feel lonely in the beginning, the feeling of being alone, of being misunderstood, but understand that the more you pull away from concepts, from beliefs, from this idea that you must be accepted to succeed, people must care about you to succeed, the more you pull away from that, the more present you can be, the more powerful your meditation practice is, the more aware you are of your own thoughts, the more you enjoy yourself. And the more you enjoy yourself, you enjoy the people around you. Whether they're awake or asleep, it doesn't matter, because you enjoy yourself. So you have the ability to see beyond their ego, to see that same being that lies within the both of us, that light that lies within the both of us. You're able to recognize that naturally. You don't even have to try. So understand, the good news is nobody cares, and you're 100% free. My name is Morsi. If you enjoyed this video, check out the 2 on the screen. Until next time, peace.